and welcome to this week's IPL review. Now, over 250 of you entered my Borough Army giveaway, and honestly, I'm just over the moon that so many of you enjoyed the first episode of this series and wanted to get involved with the prize draw. So without further ado, I'm going to announce the winner right now. I've entered all the names into this random name generator. So the winner is Pranay Valero. So congratulations, Pranay. If you could just DM me on Twitter with your postal address and your IPL team, and I'll get that shirt sent out to you ASAP. I'll have loads more giveaways coming soon, guys, so stay tuned and thanks again for entering. Now, before I get into the IPL Week 2 video, I just wanted to take a moment to say that I know a lot of my viewers tune in from India, and given how bad the situation there has gotten over the past week, I just hope you're all taking care and you're staying safe. And I always get a lot of messages on Instagram and LinkedIn asking how I started working in sport, any advice, any guidance. And I know there are a lot of students aspiring to work in sport who follow me. So today I actually have a website to talk about quickly that I think it might interest you, especially whilst you're stuck in lockdown. So for me personally, I'm always looking to brush up on my skills and develop in new areas too. And over lockdown, I used a website called SKILLSHARE to do that. Now, SKILLSHARE is an online learning community with thousands of classes, and you can see here I actually did one on sports writing, which I highly recommend. And I did see some other sports related classes on there as well, like sports marketing, how to start a career in football, sports photography, and also like how to create sports artwork and graphics. So there's loads of stuff on there, and if any of you are keen to work in this field or develop new skills in a new industry, then you should definitely give Skillshare a go. If you actually use the link in the description below, you can get a free 2-week trial, or you can get a 30% discount on a premium membership. So if your plans to study abroad are affected this year, then at least in the meantime you'll have access to these video courses which could, give you a head start. And I do know it's a difficult time right now, but if you can try and use your time wisely and invest in your passion right now, you won't regret it. Right, now that's out the way, let's move on to my IPL Week 2 review. Now, I always think a couple of weeks in, it's a really fun time to assess things because, the teams are able to establish their best playing 11s and the competition just heats up. So first up, let's talk about my team of the week. I know last week I said RCB because they were the only unbeaten team in the opening game week, and incredibly, they're still unbeaten. I have to choose them again. I'm sorry. I mean, what a killer start to the season for them. They've won 4 out of 4 games. And I did read that since IPL 2015, no franchise has won their first 5 IPL games. And now today, RCB are playing their 5th match against CSK. So that will be a pretty defining fixture for them. I mean, given how hungry CSK look for a comeback after their underwhelming 2020 campaign, I don't know how it will go down. But overall, I have to say I'm very impressed with RCB so far with their campaign. Glenn Maxwell, his impact has just been sensational, and I saw that last season he scored just 108 runs from 13 games, and in just 3 innings he's already surpassed that number. I feel he's just the perfect sort of man to relieve the pressure of Kohli and AB de Villiers. And last week I considered whether or not this could be RCB's year to get their maiden IPL title, and it's looking promising so far. I mean, what do you guys reckon? RCB fans, are you hopeful? Comment below and let me know. Moving on, the most entertaining game of the week. And I'm not even going to think about this one too much, to be honest, because it has to be Wednesday's game. It was match 15 between Chennai Super Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders. 2 key players come to mind that contributed heavily to CSK's total of 220 for 3, Faf du Plessis and Ruturaj Gaikwad. Even though KKR have had a poor start to their IPL campaign, with 4 losses, the fighting spirit of their middle and lower order in this game it made the huge total look chaseable. Andre Russell, he scored a half century of 21 balls, and then Pat Cummins, he smashed an unbeaten 66 off 34. I couldn't believe how he was able to keep the game alive right up until the final over. Now, KKR lost by 18 runs, but I was thoroughly entertained by their effort. So yeah, the CSK-KKR game, it was definitely the most entertaining game of the week for me. Next up, my young gun of the week. I mean, it has to be Devdutt Padikkal. I spoke about him a lot last season, and now I'm realising that was just him warming up. This young lad has so much potential, it's incredibly exciting. And in match 16 on Thursday, he registered the first century of his IPL career, and it was in that game between RCB and Rajasthan Royals. It all started by Rajasthan Royals setting up a target of 178 runs, and RCB, they were just firing on all cylinders when it came to the chase. Kohli and young Padikkal, they opened, and Padikkal registered 101 runs off 52 balls. That included 11 fours and 6 sixes. So RCB ended up winning by 10 wickets, and they had 21 balls left. I mean, what an innings by Padikkal. He has to be my young gun of the week after that performance. Now moving on to my batsman of the week. I don't really have to think about this one too much either. Shikhar Dhawan, I mean, where do we start with him? Delhi Capitals have won 3 out of 4 opening games, and from what I've seen so far, I mean, Dhawan's blistering form, it could prove incredibly valuable for them this season. This week in particular, oh my word. Last Sunday in match 11 against Punjab Kings, Dhawan just missed out on a century and he led Delhi Capitals to victory. He hit a solid 92 off 49 balls, and if you remember correctly, that included 13 fours and 2 sixes. I mean, in just 4 matches, he's smashed 231 runs, which is the most runs by any player in the tournament so far. It's also worth noting the vast improvement in his strike rate. I read that Dhawan has played 180 IPL matches with a strike rate of 127. Over the past 2 years, that figure has shot up. It's currently on 148. And I think it's perfect timing, really, given the upcoming T20 World Cup. And Dhawan will be doing all he can to claim his spot back in Team India's T20 I-11. The IPL is just the perfect platform for this mission. And in the process, I'm going to continue to enjoy his outstanding knocks. Lastly, let's talk about my fielder of the week. There is a standout performance that comes to mind immediately, and it involved the legend himself, MS Dhoni. I mean, this fielding effort, it helped him reach another impressive milestone that we have to talk about. So, it was match 15, CSK faced KKR. MS Dhoni took 3 catches in that game, and one moment that was particularly spectacular was Dhoni grabbing Nitesh Rana's catch off Deepak Chahar's delivery. And it was a running catch and it ended with a smile, and to be honest, I'd be smiling too. I mean, are you ready for this milestone? Dhoni is now the first wicketkeeper to reach 150 dismissals in IPL history. Insane stuff, and my fielder of the week has to go to Thala Dhoni because of that. Right guys, that's about it for this week's IPL roundup. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I would love to hear your thoughts below, so do comment. Do you agree with my choices? Do you disagree? Let me know below. Also, if you'd like to use that offer on a SKILLSHARE membership for online courses, do remember to use the links below, and I would actually love to hear how you get on. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more cricket content, and thanks again for watching. Bye!